how's it going? Welcome to my kind of private study area. This is where I kind of flush out ideas with my dummy here. I have a dummy made out of old yoga mats, PVCs, and springs. Essentially, what I tend to work on with this dummy is the first three motions of the Tomiki Atemi Waza, or the Tomiki striking motions. Typically a lot of Tomiki guys will take the first three motions very large. The first three motions would be Shomenate, or a front strike, and then we have Agameyate, or a matching stance, and Gyakugumiyate, opposing stance. So the first technique in the Junana Honkata of the Atemi Waza is Shomenate. The way that I like to work it, both the dummy taught me this, but I find that it works very useful with live partners too, is to form a wedge or a prayer sort of hand, and it will wedge out the person's hands. The one hand will go directly to the face, and the other hand is going to control the arm. Both hands are pushing out at exactly the same rate. This hand will wedge out the back arm. However, typically I find with real people, you're not going to have that, or if they do come into attack, they're going to be taking your elbow here, and you're just going to move into Sumiyoto. So things to keep in mind when you're working on this. But you can work it hard, with strikes and fists, or you can try very soft. Since typically in most Aikido techniques you're going to use a lot of foot movement, but in here I'm very limited on space. And not only that, my opponent isn't moving, so when I'm working on this I concentrate more on hip movement and center dropping as I come in and work these techniques, as opposed to the normal foot movement. I'll typically get my feet to move probably an inch or so towards where they're supposed to go. So the second technique in the Tomiki system of the Junana Honkata is Agameyate. A lot of times classically we'll get a cross-body balance break, we'll control the elbow, come in and push to the face here, so we have this motion. And it really occurred to me that this motion is exactly like a Pak Sao in Wing Chun. So you can work this static the same way. Boom, here. You want to go in right to the face, there's the arm in the way, so you're moving that arm out of the way to relieve pressure, and you're attacking the face, so you have your Agameyate is complete. You can work on it with open hands, or with fists. The whole time you're moving in and attacking the center. Here, there's pressure built up, relieve the pressure. Now I'm going to take a quick look at the third motion in the Tomiki Atemi Waza, which is Gyakugumiyate, or opposing stances. Classically, a lot of times people will come in with a cross-body balance break. They'll come up here and control the head and spine and work the technique or the throw-in like that. And again, referring to Wing Chun stuff, it really is a lot like a Lap Sao motion. So right there. A lot of the Lap Saos, they'll be like this, kind of a pull and push. So, but basically, this first hand that connects is going to come in, again, keeping pressure going this way, but the arm is in the way, so the second hand is going to come, get the control, so this hand has room to move. Here. Again, you can do it with chops, you can can do it with fists. Just trying to make economy of motion getting in this technique. You can do it classically, connecting here for the throw. On my dummy, I can actually move it over a lot, drop my hips, drop my weight, move it, wall's in the way on that side. Or, oh, that's Agamiate. So here. Alright, those are some of the ideas we've been playing around with.